Okay, welcome to the video. I'm going to show you how to run a cold email at scale for less than 50 bucks. So this is going to be applicable for any B2B service business that's selling online. So let me walk you through exact softwares that you should be using. I'm going to show you the sequence and also some advanced scripting and framework techniques that you can use to get more appointments, right? So this is going to be more about the tech. This is going to be about the sequences, and this is going to be about what copy and what the strategies you should use to get meetings. So let's get into the softwares. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this. The lead sourcing software that you should use is Ample Leads. And what you're going to do is create an Apollo search, put it into Ample Leads, and it's going to extract 1,000 leads for $2. And you can get a plan on this Ample Leads thing for like 27 bucks. And you can just extract the leads for a year with this plan, or at least for 6 months. And then the sender and the warm up, you want to be using smartlead.ai. I've used it in the past and it works well. It works well, but I don't like it a lot. That's why I switched to Instantly, and then now I'm switching to ManyReach. But this, you can get a plan for $37 and you're going to be able to send about 2,000 new leads per month. So 2,000 new contacts, which is like what? 100 emails a day? It's not a lot, but it's okay. And then the VSL recording. You're going to be using Loom to do that. And it's going to be free. If you want to get a pro plan, the AI business plan, which I do recommend, because you're going to be able to add these audio variables and create personalized looms at scale, you're going to be using the AI business plan. But if you don't want to do that, you can just use the normal loom. Now, the scheduler. What you're going to do with the scheduler is just use Calendly. If you have Go High Level already, you know what's going on. But if you don't have anything, if you're a complete beginner, you can use Calendly because it's free. But you can also get a pro plan on Calendly in order to send the reminders and all that advanced shit. And then to create personalized lines, right? So a lot of people use Clay, which costs like $200 a month. But we have our own setup, and I'm probably going to create a video on how we exactly do that. But we have our own setup with NA10 and OpenAI API to create personalized lines on scale. And it costs about 15 bucks per month because we're doing a lot of scale. If you're doing like 2,000 new emails per month, it's going to cost you like $2 probably to send to create those personalized lines. And we're using a custom NA10 setup and OpenAI. For now, you can just go to Fiverr, get somebody from Pakistan to help you do this, help you build this. If you already have an AI agency, you should know how to do this. But you can get somebody from Pakistan and pay him 20 bucks, and he'll be able to set this up for you, this NA10 personalized line generator. I'm going to talk about this later in the stimuli section of this video. But nevertheless, let's talk about the most important part, which is going to be the mailbox provider, right? Because a lot of mailbox providers like Google Workspace, you need to pay like $5 per mailbox, and if you're doing this on a scale, it's gonna cost you like 200 bucks to send 100 emails, and this is not ideal. So what we do have in place, and we also do have some Google Workspace tech where we're using Icemail to set up the Google Workspace accounts, and it costs $2.50 per month. But you can buy on a one-time payment, you can buy $2, like one Gmail account for $2. So this is very good. So you can invest like $100 and get like 50 Gmail accounts, and you can be sending 100 emails easily. And I mean it. So let me show you the site. So you can see this is the PVA Bay. You can buy like you have a ton of different offers, and I've bought from this before. I have a ton of mailboxes from this site right now, and it works amazingly well. Like they are the support is very good, and they do deliver, right? So I recommend it. If you don't have a lot of budget, you can just buy the Gmail accounts from this. The only downside is really you have to pay with crypto, right? And it might seem a bit sketchy, but I've done it. I have a MetaMask account. You can get Binance or whatever, and just pay them that cash, and they're gonna deliver. I promise. But don't hold me accountable, right? Because it's not like a legit site like maybe Fiverr or some shit like that. So I've done it. What I can say is that I've done it, and I didn't get screwed over, and I'm still doing it. So you could probably do it as well. So this is the tag that we use. Now let me talk about the sequence that we're going to be using. So on the first day, you're going to send that email with a personalized line. So you're going to be using that body copy, which I'm going to present later in the video. And then you're going to be doing 2 follow-ups, which are really going to be just bumping up the initial email in their mailbox. And then if they say they're not interested, you just want to remove them from the sequence so they don't report you in the spam. But if they say they are interested, we're going to send them a calendar plus a VSL specifically recorded for them. And you can use Loom for that, or you can use the AI business plan Loom, which is going to be able to add these audio variables. This is how you're going to really scale this up. Now let me talk about the body copies and the CTA. This is really going to be the stimuli, right? So what messaging you're going to be using, what framework you should follow, how the personalized line should look like. And the one thing I forgot to mention in the personalized line section is that you can create those manually, right? So if you have a lead list of 2,000 people, two things you can do. You can get a VA for like $2 an hour to go through these LinkedIn accounts and find specific information and create a personalized line. And it shouldn't be too long. And I'm going to explain exactly how it should look like. So the personalized lines, this is how they should look like. So you can do a LinkedIn post call out where you essentially just say, hey, saw your post about X. That's impressive. And then you just go with your pitch. Okay. You can do previous company call out. So, if they work with like Google or SpaceX in the past, you can just, call them out and say, yeah, that's amazing. And then case study, if they have any case studies or results, which about 99% of the people are going to have, you're going to just call out the case study and say that it's amazing. And there's a lot of other examples you can see. You can just read them out. You can have web traffic, average order value, see where they rank on Google Organic, new promotion or new job, open job. These are very good ones, right? So if you do the open job ones, if they're hiring for like an appointment setter, or if they're hiring for a sales rep, and you help them fix this problem, you can call it out. It's going to be very good. And then you can see if they're running ads. If you do ads, you can, see their accounts and say, yeah, I saw you've been running ads. That's impressive, but you're probably not getting good results. So let's get some money. You don't want to do that, but like something like that, right? And then see if they're running like any Facebook or LinkedIn ads, and then technology call out, right? So you can, if you use Apollo, you can see what technology they have. So you can just call it out. Now this is how your body copy should look like, right? So if we go back here, this is going to be your body copy here in this main email. And this is how it should be structured. So you want to say, hey, first name, and then put this personalized line in for every single prospect. It should be different and personalized for them. And what you're going to do next is send include the messaging. So in the messaging, what you're going to do, let me explain this. So you can do three formats. A message can be either promise plus guarantee drop, location promise drop plus guarantee, case study mention plus guarantee. So what you can do is say something like this. I strongly believe that we can get you X or Y. No, on Y. It should be on Y. Yeah, so like this. I strongly believe that we can get you X on Y basis. That's how confident I am in this. So how this would look like in practice. I strongly believe that we can get you 55 ready to close appointments on paper results basis, and that's how confident I am in our product. That this is something that you can do. This is just from the top of my head. Location promise plus guarantee drop. You can say something like, we're specifically looking to partner with a realtor in Miami to achieve, a predictable pipeline in less than 12 days, or you don't have to pay us a penny and we'll give you all the money back. Something like that. Then case study mention plus guarantee drop. Let me just give you another example. We just helped John achieve, we just helped John get 55 appointments, and I'm so confident that we can do the same for you that I'm willing to work on pay on results basis for the first 3 months. How does that sound? So these are just some examples what you can do, and feel free to use this as you want. And then the last part of this body copy is going to be the CTA and the signature. So in the signature, let me just show you this quickly, how your signature should look like. You want to have your name. So for me, it's going to be Ane M. And then you're going to have your role, CEO. You want to just have something fancy, right? And then you're going to have your company name right here. You're going to have your company name. And then you don't want to include any links or any images in your signature. So you want to have company name. You want to have your email, but make sure it's not a link, right? So in between the dot and the com, you can put a space in it just to make sure that it's not a link. So you want to have this, and you want to have your address. You can put a fake address in, it doesn't matter. You just want to have an address in. And this is how your email signature should look like. So your name, your role, company, your email, and your address. And you can also do the phone number. And this is how my signature looks like. And then just, write this shit here. So this is how your email signature should look like. Now let's talk about the CTA, so the call to action. And the call to action, you can do two things realistically. You can call them out to book a call with you, which is not going to be ideal, or you can call them out to watch the video that you have already recorded for them. And you're not going to record a video already. You're just going to say that you have already recorded the video, and then you're going to send them out, record a video and send it out once they give you the permission. So this is how the structure of the video should look like, and I already explained this in the last video about the LinkedIn system, because we're doing this exact same thing for the LinkedIn and the DMs. So this is how the structure should look like. You're going to appreciate them giving you the permission. So say, hey John, thank you so much for the permission, and then you're going to be on your website or your LinkedIn, just going through your LinkedIn, explaining who you are in about 10 to 15 seconds, which is going to be the quick introduction and the credibility statement. And then what you're going to do is open the slides and go through some results or your credibility or the industry case studies, right? So if you don't have any results or you don't have any case studies for yourself, you can, let's say you're in the gym space, right? You're helping gyms with Facebook ads. You can just find successful Facebook ads that gym owners have been running and just include them in your slides and say, this is what other gym owners have been achieving with our exact strategy. And it's not lying, because it's real. Like, other gym owners have been achieving this with Facebook ads. And then what you're going to do is explain your offer a little bit. In this part right here, you're going to explain, yeah, so our promise is X and our guarantee is Y, and we're going to achieve that in X time frame. And then what you're going to do at the end is give a vague explanation of the mechanism, so the vehicle and how you're going to get in there. And if you're running Facebook ads or some shit like that, you're not going to explain, yeah, so the way we're going to get you there is through Facebook ads and this custom meta pixel, blah, blah, blah. This is nerd shit. Like, you're going to be a nerd if you do this. And this is not to shame you, but like, you don't want to talk about the technicalities of your product. You want to talk about the high level overview. So you're going to say, yeah, so we use this specific like ad method and it's like very low ad spend, blah blah blah. You just want to be very confident and you want to make it seem at a high level that it's very good. And then the CTA, the call to action in the video, should be something like, yeah, so look, man, I want to book a call with you, ask you some questions, explain how our system works in more details, and how it could potentially work for you. So let's get a call booked in. You should see a button at the top of the screen, and let's get this on. So this is how the CTA should look like. And then you should include the button at the right top of the screen, where they can book a call with you. And this is what you can do in Loom. Now, to take this to the next level, you can add audio variables, right? And this is what we're doing right now for our agency through LinkedIn and through email. So what you're going to do is record one evergreen Loom and say something like this at the beginning. Hey, John, thank you so much for the permission. And with this custom audio variables, what you're going to be able to do is change John to Alex and change Alex to Tim and change Tim to Tom, because it's gonna take your voice, the AI is gonna learn from your voice, and it's gonna be able to generate, like, change what you said. I hope you understand what I mean, but it is very very straightforward. So this is what you're going to do if you want to take it to the next level. And this is not complicated, right? If you have above 90 IQ, you should be able to do this. So this is it for the how to run cold emails for less than $50. Um, this is for really the beginners, right? If you want to take this to the next level, you should realistically be using the Google Workspace accounts and a more advanced setup. But this is for the beginners, who want to get their first 20 meetings through cold email and then get some clients from that and then eventually switch to a more advanced setup. So this is it for the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.